well as the history of Play-Doh and why I chose to make Play-Doh. For the history of Play-Doh, it was first patented by Noah and Joseph McVicker. And Rainbow Craft Foods was the first to invent the non-toxic form of Play-Doh in 1956. It was first sold in a department store in Washington, D.C., and the first colors were red, yellow, and blue. And it was also first created for a wallpaper cleaner. And to create homemade Play-Doh, the first things you need are 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of warm water, a pan to cook it in on the stove, some food coloring, which is optional if you want it to be colored, cream tartar, which is 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, a spoon to stir it with, and a cup of salt. Making Play-Doh, you take the flour and from the container you have it in, and you put it in with the salt. That way it's in one container and you don't have to worry about pouring both of them in. And then you want to take like a whisk or a spoon and stir it together. Just really nice and combined. And then you take the cream of tartar and you put that in here as well with all the other dry ingredients. And then into the pan you want to take the 2 cups of warm water. Turn on the heat to about low to medium. We'll add in the oil too. And we'll stir it in before we add any of the dry ingredients because the oil doesn't want to mix with the water too well. Then it coats the sides a little bit. And then we'll add in the dry ingredients. Keep stirring to get it all mixed in. You want to make sure that you keep pulling from the side so that way it doesn't stick too much. And you want to try to get all the clumps out. You have clumps of batter, like dried batter in there. You can always turn it up to about medium, but you don't want to go any further than about less than medium high. It also depends on if you're working on like a gas or an electric, which the one I'm on is an electric, so it might take a little bit longer than if you're on gas. Starting to get big and pulling away from the side, which is just what we want it to do. So as you can see, it's really now pulled away from the edges of the pan. And it's really starting to look like dough. Which means to tell me it is done and ready to be taken off the heat. So turn off the heat, pull it off. And then you can set it somewhere on the counter away from the heat and let it cool. Now finally I'm going to show you how to color the Play-Doh, as well as explain to you why I chose to make Play-Doh in the first place. So to begin with, we'll take the pink, and you can choose any. I've cut this all up into 4, or cut the batter up into 4. So we're going to make a little bit of a hole in the bottom of it, and just drop a couple drops in, and then fold it around. I find this the easiest because you can mix the color in. It does sting your fingers a little bit, but if you want to wear gloves, it works a lot easier that way too. And you can shade it any kind of color you want. You can mix food colors, you can do any type of coloring you want. And you can always add more. I only did 2 drops, so I might need a little more compared to others. kind of color you want, or what kind of solid color you want to do. I chose to do Play-Doh because I love making things. It was one of the things that I used to make with my grandma. So in conclusion, Play-Doh is easy to make, as well as the history of it is definitely now